When someone ignores you, your brain instantly panics. You want answers, you want to chase them, but chasing them lowers your value. Instead, use silent power. Here is the psychological trick to flip the script, regain your dignity, and make them sit with your absence. Before we look at what to do, we need to understand why being ignored hurts so much. In human psychology, rejection activates the exact same neural pathways in your brain as physical pain. When someone suddenly cuts off communication, your brain perceives it as a threat to your social survival. Your dopamine levels drop and anxiety kicks in. This triggers the primitive chase instinct. You feel an overwhelming urge to text them again, to call them, or to demand an explanation. You tell yourself, if I can just explain my side, they will understand. This is a trap. When you react out of panic, you are giving the other person total validation that they hold all the power in the relationship. They now know that their silence can control your emotion. To break this cycle, you must first master your biological urge to react. Step number 1, match their energy with absolute silence. When someone ignores you, they are playing a psychological game of chicken. They expect a reaction. They expect you to double text, get angry, or beg for attention. When you give them exactly what they expect, you become predictable. And in psychology, predictability reduces your perceived value. By choosing not to respond, you create a psychological vacuum. In psychology, there is a concept called extinction. It states that when a specific behavior, in this case, their silent treatment, fails to get the expected reward or reaction, the person is forced to reevaluate their action. Your total silence sends a quiet but powerful message. Your absence does not disrupt my peace. My time and energy are privileges that you just lost. Step number 2, understand the scarcity principle. Human beings are wired to value things that are rare, difficult to obtain, or easily lost. Think about diamonds. They are expensive simply because they are scarce. The same rule applies to your emotional availability. If you are always just a text away, always ready to forgive instantly, and always chasing after them, you become common. You become a permanent fixture in their life that they assume will never leave. They take you for granted because there is no fear of losing you. When you walk away and implement complete silence, you introduce scarcity. Suddenly they realize that you are not a permanent option. They realize that their bad behavior has cost them access to your life. If they want you back, they must earn their way back. If you don't create the space for them to miss you, they never will. Step number 3, redirect the chase toward yourself. The biggest mistake people make during a period of silence is that they remain frozen. They sit by their phone, checking last seen statuses and waiting for a notification. Even though they aren't texting, they are still mentally chasing the person. True silent power is not about pretending to be busy. It is about actually becoming unavailable because your life is too valuable to waste. Take all that nervous energy, that anger, and that confusion and channel it entirely into your own growth. Go back to the gym. Focus intensely on your career or business. Learn that new skill you've been putting off. Reconnect with genuine friends who actually appreciate your presence. When you build a life that is fulfilling, vibrant, and independent, you stop relying on external validation. You aren't staying home waiting for them to notice you. You are out there conquering your world. This shift changes your aura entirely. Step number 4, adopt the mindset of ultimate detachment. Detachment doesn't mean you become cruel or heartless. It simply means you accept reality as it is, not as you want it to be. If someone chooses to ignore you, let them. Accept their silence as a clear answer. Do not try to force a connection that is being denied to you. In psychology, trying to force someone to value you is a losing battle. You must have the courage to say, I am worth more than mixed signals and half-hearted effort. When you detachedly step back, you gain ultimate clarity. If they value you, they will correct their behavior and reach out with respect. And if they don't, you've saved yourself from wasting months or years on someone who was never meant to be a permanent part of your journey. Either way, you win. At the end of the day, you cannot control how someone treats you, but you have absolute control over how much of it you tolerate. Never beg for a seat at a table where your presence isn't celebrated. Stand tall in your silence, trust your worth, and keep moving forward. If this deep dive into psychology brought value to your journey, make sure to hit that like button and subscribe to our channel for more insights on building an